So in the last video, we have discussed assumptions of kinetic theory of gases and also ideal gas equation. In this video, we discuss RMS speed of molecules of the gas. Second, kinetic energy of each molecule of the gas. Next, kinetic energy of the gas. Next, pressure exerted by the gas on the walls of the container, as well as we study the relation between RMS speed, average speed and most probable speed of molecules of the gas. See, in yesterday's class, in assumptions we have studied that a gas contains a large number of molecules and that molecules are moving randomly in all directions. So if I consider their direction, the average velocity of the particles will be 0. But we know that each and every molecule or atom which is moving possesses kinetic energy. That is, see, when it is moving like this, have some kinetic energy. When it is moving like this, have kinetic energy. So this molecule, all are moving in a random direction and all are having kinetic energy. Of course, their average velocity may be 0, but kinetic energy, average kinetic energy is not equal to 0. Total, actually we can't take the average, total kinetic energy of the gas is not equal to 0. Then how to calculate the total energy of the gas? For that we need RMS speed. This itself indicates we are not taking direction. Here R means root, M means mean, S means square. Assume this particle is having velocity v1, it is having v2, v3, v4, v5 and so on. Then we know that if I take v1 square plus v2 square plus v3 square plus dash plus vn. This is nothing but sum of square of speed of each molecule. If I take divided by total number of molecules, here I am taking m is a total number of molecules. This will give you square of mean of the particle, that is a mean of square of the velocities. If I put root, this is root mean square velocity. This itself is called as VRMS. VRMS means root mean square velocity of speed. Okay, please note down. While measuring the energy of the gas, we consider the RMS value. Now, energy of the gas. Next heading is energy of the gas. Energy of the gas. See, actually, energy of the gas means total energy of the gas is equal to kinetic energy plus potential energy. As I told in the last video, Since there is no interaction between the atoms or molecules, hence potential energy is zero. Hence total energy of the gas is equal to kinetic energy of the gas. Therefore we'll discuss kinetic energy of the gas. We know that energy is a scalar physical quantity. It can be added algebraically. Therefore, total kinetic energy of the gas is equal to summation of kinetic energy of each molecule. Kinetic energy of each molecule. Kinetic energy of each molecule or atom. Kinetic energy of each molecule or atom. We know that summation of kinetic energy means half m v r m s square. This is for one. We know that we assume that all particles are identical. Hence all have same mass. Therefore I can take it out. Then this half into m into summation of v r m s square. Or otherwise directly also we can write. This is for one molecule. If I take sum of all, directly also you can write. Instead of taking this much directly, I can take, that is, if I add each molecule, then we get half. M means mass of the gas into V R m s square. This is the kinetic energy of the gas. This itself is the energy of the gas. Please note down. Right. See here, this I can represent like this. Kinetic energy means E suffix K is equal to half m v r m s square. Okay, so this is useful in the next. This is the kinetic energy of the gas, where m is the total mass of the gas, right? You can modify further also. This m can be written as density into volume. Density into volume. Okay, so here kinetic energy of the gas can be written as half. Mass can be written as density into volume into V R m s square. See, most of the times we try to calculate RMS value. From here also we can get RMS value equation. Next is a pressure. Pressure exerted. Pressure exerted by the gas. Pressure exerted by the gas on walls of the container. See, as we know, whenever these molecules are moving randomly, they hit the walls of the container. During their collision, whenever the molecule hits the walls of the container, look at here, whenever this molecule goes and hits the wall like this, then that molecule exerts force at that point. It exerts force at that point. Then that force per unit area is called as pressure. Hence, I can say now, whenever the gas molecules hits the walls of the container, they exert the pressure on the walls of the container. According to, in the first year we derived the equation, but here derivation is not necessary. Directly I will write pressure exerted by the gas on the walls of the container is given by 1 by 3 rho VRMS square. This you have to remember. Okay, where P is the pressure exerted by the walls of the container and rho means density of gas, and VRMS is nothing but RMS velocity or RMS speed of the molecules or atoms of the gas. RMS speed. Okay. Now you can modify this equation. This pressure exerted by the gas can be written as 1 by 3. This rho means density. Density is given by mass divided by volume into V RMS square. Now I will send this V this side. Then it is P into V is equal to 1 by 3 M VRMS square. Okay, since we know that just now in the previous step we have written kinetic energy of the gas is half M VRMS square. Right? Therefore, instead of this here VRMS square, I can write 2 into kinetic energy. Therefore, P into V is equal to 1 by 3 into, instead of this I can write 2 into kinetic energy. Hence, try to remember the relation. P into V is equal to 2 by 3 into kinetic energy. This is one of the relation. So after that, see, I can replace this in RMS velocity also. Please note down this, then we'll go for next. Next is RMS speed in terms of temperature. RMS speed in terms of temperature. See, as we know that we have written according to ideal gas equation, PV is equal to nRT, where N is the number of moles, R is the gas constant, T is the temperature. P means pressure, V means volume. Okay. Now, if I compare this equation and this equation, okay, so I can write, instead of PV, I can write 2 by 3 into kinetic energy. 2 by 3 into kinetic energy is equal to nRT. Here we want RMS speed. That RMS speed I can get in this term, that is 2 by 3. Kinetic energy means half m Vrms square is equal to n. N means number of moles. In a last hour I told n can be written as total mass of the gas divided by molecular mass, or total number of atoms divided by Avogadro's number. So today I will write this. Instead of number of moles I can write mass divided by molecular mass into RT. Then this two get cancels. This m get cancels. Then Vrms square is equal to, if I reshuffle it is 3. So here Vrms square is equal to 3 RT divided by m naught, or Vrms is equal to under root of 3 RT divided by m naught. So this is an equation for RMS speed in terms of temperature. See, as we know, see here 3 is a number, R is constant. R is a constant. T is the temperature, m naught is the molecular mass, means mass of 1 mole of a gas. See, it depends on, m naught depends on type of the gas which we have chosen, right? It depends on a given gas. Therefore, if I say for a given gas 3R m naught are constant, then Vrms only depends on temperature. Hence I can say for a given gas, for a given gas, Vrms is directly proportional to under root of T. This is one of the relation. And second one, try to remember 3 R naught. R is nothing but 8.31. 3 into 8.31. 4 actually it is. It is like 2. Okay. It is 4, 9, 24. So 3 into R. 3R is nothing but 24.942. If I take root, then 24.942 is nothing but 4.99 something. Therefore, this 3R root, I'll try to approximate it as 5. I'll try to take it as 5. Therefore, for NEET and JEE, so approximations are useful. Okay, because options are little bit far. Then if I take, instead of 3R I can take 24.94. If I take out of root, it will be 5. Therefore Vrms is nearly equal to 5 times under root of temperature divided by m naught. Keep in mind here m naught should be written in kg, because T is in Kelvin. Okay, so this is a value of RMS speed. Please note down. Now based on this you can get a simple questions like this. Find RMS speed speed of O2 at say 27 degree Celsius. So this is a very common question in every book. Now I'll go for approximate solution. Vrms is equal to 5 under root of T by m naught. So 5 T 27 degrees Celsius means it is 300 Kelvin. So it is a 300 Kelvin divided by m naught. M naught is a molecular mass of oxygen. I think it's a 32. You know very well. No need to say. 32 gram. If I want to convert in kilogram, so multiplied by 10 to the power minus 3. Okay. Then 5. So if it goes up 10 to the power plus 3. So under root of 30 into 10 divided by 32 goes up means 10 to the power plus 3. 10 to the power plus 3 plus 1 is 4 plus 4. If I take it out, it will be plus 2 under root of 30 divided by 32. This 30 divided by 32 is nothing but 0.9 something. 0.9 something. So this I will take nearly equal to 1. Hence VRMS is nearly equal to 500 meter per second. You know that it is just less than 1. Therefore, actual value of VRMS is just less than 500. It is less than 500. If you calculate with the calculator, it is around 484 something. Okay, this is one question. And another question. See, what is the ratio of, find the ratio of RMS speed VRMS or otherwise VRMS of oxygen at 300 Kelvin is say 1000 meter per second. Then what is the VRMS of H2 hydrogen at same 300 Kelvin is how much? Okay. Now this is our second question, number 2. This is question number 2. As we know that VRMS is nearly equal to 5 under root of T divided by m naught. In this present problem, you know it is a number limit. For both cases, the temperature remains the same. Hence, VRMS is inversely proportional to root into molecular mass. So today we want VRMS of hydrogen. So divided by VRMS of oxygen. This is root. So it is since inversely proportional, it is molecular mass of oxygen divided by molecular mass of hydrogen. Now you can substitute and simplify. You know it is given as 1000. This is 32. This is 2. Hope you can write directly. Okay. That is 32 by 2 is 16. Root 16 is 4. It is 4000. Like that you can calculate. Okay. This number may not be practically possible or not, I don't know. Just I have taken for convenience. Okay, so after this one, that is pressure exerted by the gas on the walls of the container and RMS speed in terms of temperature. Now the next is average speed. Average speed. Average speed of molecules of gas. So you know what is the average speed. I think no need to say much here. V average is nothing but summation of speed of all particles divided by number of particles. Actually derivation is not given, so not necessary here. We need only direct one. V average is equal to under root of 8 k t divided by pi into m, where k means Boltzmann's constant, t means absolute temperature, m means mass of one molecule of the gas. Since we know that Boltzmann constant is equal to gas constant divided by Avogadro number, right? Therefore V average can be written as V average can be written as under root of 8 by pi m, pi into small m, t as it is. Instead of k, it is r by n. You know, n into Na number, Avogadro number into mass of one molecule will give you mass of 1 mole of a gas. Okay, hence it is nothing but m naught. Hence I can write average speed of the molecule is equal to under root of 8 RT divided by pi into m naught. This is the average speed of the molecules of the gas. Please note down. Next is most probable speed. Most probable speed of molecules of the gas. This I can represent by V m p. M means most, P means probable. Most probable speed of molecules of the gas. See, we know that whenever we heat the gas, all molecule absorbs the heat energy and start to move. You know, in a gas, all molecules do not move with the same speed. Some may move with little bit more speed, some will move with little bit less speed. Then what is the most probable speed means at a given temperature. At a given temperature, the speed with which most of the molecules are moving. Okay, so the speed which most of the molecules have, most of the molecules have the maximum number of molecules having the speed is called most probable speed. Okay, and the equation for most probable speed is VMP, most probable speed, is equal to under root of 2 RT divided by M naught. So I can write in terms of small m also. Okay, this is the equation for most probable speed. Okay, please you can note down. So once again I am writing all here. Average speed is 8 RT by pi m naught. Most probable speed is 2 RT by m naught. And VRMS is equal to under root of 3 RT by m naught. So these are the equations you have to remember. Okay. Now relation between these speeds, relation between average speed, most probable speed, and RMS speed. Okay, let us see one by one. First, here heading is relation between VRMS, V average, and V most probable. Okay, see one by one. First I will write the relation between V average and V most probable. V average is equal to under root of A RT divided by pi m naught. Now I will expand it as 4 into 2 RT, here it is pi, here m naught. Okay, we know that this I can write 2, 4 if I take outside the root it is 2 by root pi into root of 2 RT by m naught. You know this 2 RT by m naught is nothing but most probable speed. So therefore V average is equal to 2 by root pi into V most probable. Okay. If you look at here, we know that according to this relation 2 is larger number, root pi is a smaller number, because if it is 4, if pi is 4, then root 4 is 2, but it is not 4, it is 3.14. Therefore root 3.14 is less than 2. Therefore this ratio is greater than 1. Or otherwise I can explain like this. Take this V average divided by V most probable is equal to 2 by root pi. Here you know that numerator is greater than denominator. This is more, it is less. Hence this is more, it is less. Hence our final conclusion is V average is greater than V most probable. Okay, V most probable. Then the V average, V most probable is over. Next we will take RMS. V RMS is equal to under root of 3 RT by m naught. Okay, what I do here, I will multiply it by 2 and divide it by 2. This I can modify as 3 by 2 into 2RT by m naught. This I can say VRMS is equal to under root of 3 by 2 into V most probable. Once again, if I bring it down, then if you simplify, you get VRMS is greater than V most probable. I think that we can analyze later. Is a relation. Now let us take relation between VRMS and V average. Okay, then next. I will write here V average is equal to under root of 8 RT by pi m naught. Okay, and I'll multiply by 3 and divided by 3. Then V average can be written as, I'll reshuffle. First I'll write 8 divided by 3 pi. This 8 over 5 over 3 over. Then left is under root of 3 RT by m naught. You know V average is equal to under root of 8 by 3 pi into VRMS. VRMS. See, we know that if I reshuffle V average divided by VRMS is equal to under root of 8 by 3 pi. 3 into pi. Pi means 3.14. 3 pi is greater than 9. Greater than 9. So it is 8. Therefore, denominator is more, numerator is less. Hence, this is less, it is more. So our final conclusion is V RMS greater than V average. If you take here, then our final relation is VRMS greater than V average greater than V most probable. Okay, so this we have to remember, and these are the relations between V average, V most probable and V RMS. Okay, so this is our today's class. In next hour, I'll go through mixing of gases. Okay, we'll continue in the next video.